You know, we were taught long ago that many things can make you sick. Your environment, bad food, your health, not taking care of your health. But no one really told us how detrimental staying in a DV situation or a very toxic situation can have such a negative impact on your body, even to the point where it can cause cancer. I'm btaylortv and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, we are going to take a deep dive into this Bhad Babie situation. There were a lot of people concerned about her health, behavior, and this recent video surfacing because a lot of people who can see a lot of sadness in her eyes and a forced smile. Now, we all know a bad relationship can make you stressed out. It can have you looking dusty. It can have your face breaking out. It can have you gaining or losing weight. It can have hair falling out. But a lot of people don't understand that when you hold things inside of your body, when you hold a lot of trauma in your body, it can actually make you sick and lead to other things such as cancer. Now, I don't want to say that this man has caused Danielle Bregoli to have cancer, but I want to take a deep dive into this relationship from the beginning into where we are now.
I'm so shook right now. Danielle Bregoli literally put her baby daddy on blast. Now, the video is trigger warning, so I'm just letting you guys all know. Daniela did respond to this, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what she said. She said, "I love that man more than I love myself, and it's honestly really sad. But unfortunately, this is real life. I know the easy way out is to leave, and that's better said than done. This doesn't happen this extreme often, but LV definitely has a problem. He's going to get the help he needs. Right now, there's no room for mistakes, and he knows that. Whoever says they are there for me will be supportive of me no matter what I choose to do. Y'all know I give him a hell, but there's no excuse for that at all whatsoever. My point in sharing this wasn't to attack him, it was for him to see what he does is wrong and to take accountability and make a real change." Now guys, she did delete everything. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. She said, "I love that man more than I love myself, and it's honestly really sad. But unfortunately, this is real life. I know the easy way out is to leave, and that's better said than done. This doesn't happen this extreme often, but LV definitely has a problem. He's going to get the help he needs. Right now, there's no room for mistakes.
So,
and he knows that.
What did we do?
Whoever says they are there for me will be
business.
supportive of me no matter what I choose to do. Y'all know I give him a hell, but there's no excuse for that at all whatsoever. My point in sharing this wasn't to attack him, it was for him to see what he does is wrong and to take accountability and make a real change." Now guys, she did delete everything.
With a photo,
let me know what you guys
and
think in the
people
comments.
started criticizing her weight loss and blaming her baby daddy for her drastic weight loss. I mean, this girl is already skinny, but it just became concerning because it didn't look healthy and it looked like she was sick. So she ends up apologizing, saying, "Sorry, the cancer meds are making me lose this amount of weight." So then everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, she has cancer." Like, she's just going to drop that on us that she has cancer and not like, what? Like, it's what happened? When did she get cancer? How long did she have cancer? How long has this been going on? So people started speculating like, oh my gosh, like this man is either making her sick, or she's just lying about the cancer. Like, so we've learned our lesson about not talking about people who had drastic weight loss because, you don't know what they're going through. They could be sick. They could be battling cancer. So when she said that, a lot of people backed up off of her. But this recent video I'm about to play, y'all, I want you guys to not just listen, but I want you guys to watch the eyes. I want you guys to see her eyes and the forced smile. I want you to see and see if you're picking up what I was picking up.
One kid, and we're going to have how many more?
2.
When?
After my treatment.
What treatment?
After my medicine. We gotta wait till after my medicine.
2 more? But I want 10 kids. 2 down, 8 to go.
You You just gonna have him with anybody?
Daddy makes some pretty babies.
The sad reality is you cannot help someone that does not want to be helped. The sad thing is she posted those videos asking for help, but she quickly took them down because she knew the public would have an opinion of her going back. She's obviously not ready to leave this man, which is so sad. Because for him to yank her completely and throw her to the ground and just walk away. And I don't know if you guys saw her busted eye. And it's just super crazy because even what she said on her Instagram story about loving the man more than she loves herself spoke it all. Because to me, it's crazy to love yourself that less to let a man beat you. Because we are only seeing the physical abuse and I can't even imagine the emotional, the verbal. The only thing you could do in these type of situations is pray for this person. Because it is hard to leave a situation, especially when you're so in love with someone. Because to see comments say, oh, she should leave. I understand why she wouldn't leave and just be beaten up. You will never understand until you're in these type of situations. I personally don't understand, but I can only wish that she'll do better, get better, and leave this man. For her or for her kid.
Now, this fool talking about having 8 more kids. Meanwhile, she is not only a new mother and she's dealing with DV and your crazy antics. Because best believe he didn't just magically stop because the videos were released. He didn't just start cleaning up his act because the videos were released. All she did by going back to him was show that she was just tolerate him more. The more you keep going back to a DV situation, the more it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. They're not going to stop putting their hands on you. They don't care who knows about it. They are just going to retaliate against you even more, knowing that you are going to keep coming back, that you have this attachment to them, and that you are just going to gaslight them to make them think what they are experiencing with you is their fault. So on top of that, and her having cancer and taking cancer medicine, he's like, what medicine? What medicine? I was kind of confused because it seems like he's kind of low-key throwing her under the bus, but that's what a lot of them do. They kind of groom the fans and supporters to think a certain way about this person before they end up officially splitting up. So they like to do manipulation tactics like, this person is a liar, this person is stressful, this person is causing me all type of pain before the actual breakup happens. That's what manipulators do. They kind of put a certain taste in people's mouth about a person before the relationship is fully done, so they can just go off of that. Oh my God, y'all saw how she lied about this. Y'all saw how she lied about her cancer. And then he had the nerve to talk about having some more kids. And she's just like, 1 or 2. And he's like, 8. Because he's operating out of his lower nature. He is a low-functioning man. And I'm not saying she's a high-functioning woman. She is very well a low-functioning woman. That's why she attracted someone who is also low-functioning. This is what happens when a low-functioning woman is out there and get with a man like this and they end up procreating. So there was another video that I saw that she recently posted where they did a suspect challenge. And I'm going to just go ahead and let y'all check out this video and y'all tell me y'all thoughts below.
Suspect got rich out people forget they had monthly subscriptions.
Suspect act like he paying the bill but use his Danny be holding his card.
Suspect don't use on tissue to sit on public bathroom seats.
Everybody hates suspect, but I started the fight.
Suspect said I hit her, but she beat me up first.
Suspect acts like he work out, but he take on Ozempic.
Suspect said she's losing weight off cancer, but she been taking perks.
Now, in that video, I was like, is he still trying to leave a bad taste in people's mouth? Like the fact that he said, and for those who couldn't really understand what they were saying, they were mumbling and jumbling about a lot of stuff. But it was twice where he brought up the fact that, oh, you hit me first, you fought me first, and then, oh, the whole world hates you, but it was me that started the fight. So you can kind of tell she's trying to get people to not hate him. as much as they do, or, ease the backlash after she recently blasted him for DV. And then he also said something interesting about her cancer and making light and joking about, saying that, oh, everybody thinks you're losing weight because of your cancer, but it's really perks. AKA, again, making her out to look like a liar, because when she was being confronted about her weight loss, she said it was the cancer medication. Now, here he goes, someone who lives with her and have a baby with her, are basically telling the audience, it ain't the cancer, it ain't the cancer medicine, it's them perks. It's them perks. She's a drug head. She's a drug addict. So the next time she comes out and tell y'all some shit, I'ma just, remember I said she was doing drugs? It's the drugs. It is the drugs. Now, for a lot of people saying, where is her family? Where is her family? That man at this point is her family. You know how it is in DV situations. They end up isolating you, or you end up isolating yourself from family and friends. And Danielle Bregoli also don't have a good relationship with her mother after she got older and realized how her mother was basically a clout chaser and basically put her trauma out there for the world to see and judge for clout.
And your mom had basically decided to do Dr. Phil because she was like, I don't know what to do. This will help, whatever. Or what's the story there?
So, okay, I hate to put my mom on blast. I really do. It's still my mom at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? But she didn't care when she put me on blast. And what she put me on blast for was not even half of the truth. So, I actually found out on my 19th birthday that my mom had been emailing Dr. Phil since I was 2 years old.
No fucking way.
So I don't know if my mom is a very narcissistic person. So narcissists, they like a crowd. Figuratively and literally, they like a crowd. Because they feel like, well, I can't convince the people who really know me, so I can convince others of whatever narrative I want to play.
So this girl clearly doesn't have her father in her life. Her mother is no longer in her life as close as they used to be. So he is all that she has. And she even said, I love this man more than I love myself. So you can't really expect anybody to stand up for themselves when they don't love themselves and they love their abuser more than they love themselves. She's also traumatized that her dad left out of her life. So I'm pretty sure she thinks that if she leaves, her daughter would not have a father in her life, or the situation can just get really ugly, because after her parents end up splitting up, her father left and never really showed up in her life. So she's probably scared that the same thing is going to happen with her daughter. So there's multiple reasons why she, in her mind, is having to reason with herself to stay in this situation. But little does she know how detrimental this is to her health. If she is dealing with a toxic relationship, as she put it out there, and also battling cancer, what do you think is actually going on in her body? All that arguing they are probably doing behind closed doors, or her keeping a lot of her emotions suppressed to avoid arguments, those increase her stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which can weaken the immune system. Now, I'm going to play you guys a video of a doctor explaining how arguments and stressful environments can increase inflammation in your body, and how that also links to other diseases and cancer.
If you're arguing with your spouse multiple times a day, every time you get into a scuffle with them, you become immunocompromised for 3 to 4 hours, and you become inflamed for 3 to 4 hours. So imagine if you're arguing with your partner or your business associate, or you hate your job or whatever it is, multiple times a day, you're chronically immunocompromised and you're chronically inflamed. So it's, who knows what's driving it all in an end.
That I see in patients regularly is that they have usually suffered some very, very stressful event. It could be extreme work conditions. It may be a child. It might be a parent. It might be a divorce. But they usually have gone under some extreme stress, which we know affects the whole hypothalamic pituitary axis and the cortisol production. And extreme cortisol production is contributing to the way cancer grows.
Did you know that inflammation fuels the growth of cancer cells? There is a strong link between inflammation and cancer. So first of all, let's talk about inflammation. It's a natural response. You're supposed to have inflammation to an injury or an infection. But the problem is that when it becomes chronic and consistent, it causes a lot of issues: heart disease, autoimmune issues, and cancer. In fact, inflammation can actually promote the growth and spread of cancer cells. When your body is constantly inflamed, it creates an environment that's more welcoming to cancer cells and allows them to thrive and spread more easily. That's why it's so important to address any chronic inflammation that you have and work on reducing it. So what can you do to manage inflammation and prevent cancer? Well, it always starts with nutrition: an anti-inflammatory diet, intermittent fasting. You also have to incorporate movement into your life, especially outdoors, and you need to learn how to manage your stress. I know, easier said than done, but it's just a TikTok and we have to start somewhere. 2 great anti-inflammatory supplements are omega-3 and turmeric. Those of you listening who are already battling with cancer, first of all, I'm sending you love and good energy. It's important that you work with your medical team not only to manage the cancer, but also to address any chronic inflammation that you might be having. Reducing inflammation can help make the cancer treatments more effective and improve your overall quality of life. I hope this helps. I'll talk to you soon.
So prolonged inflammation can damage healthy cells and DNA, increasing your cancer risk. So just imagine someone who is already battling cancer. So I wanted to talk about this sensitive topic, not to shame her, and more so bring awareness and less so about gossip. I don't care about the gossip part, but I care about other women being aware of their situation, knowing that if you have children, and even if you don't have children, you got to think about yourself. You got to think about your babies. Being in such a toxic environment like this is not only creating a traumatic experience for the children, but you are also killing yourself slowly inside by staying in an environment that is slowly destroying your cells, and you are suppressing, because the more that you suppress, the less that you speak out, the less that you speak up for yourself, the more that you are suppressing inside of your body, which eventually weakens your immune system, and you are manifesting illnesses inside of your body. And let's go even beyond a relationship. Let's go to toxic jobs or toxic environments, whether it is living at home with toxic parents or living with a toxic roommate, or your job that is stressing you out. Because health is wealth, and it doesn't matter how much money you are actually making. It doesn't matter about that when you are slowly dying inside and you're not going to be able to enjoy it. Every rich person, every person that has money will tell you it's not about the money. It is about your health that is your wealth. Imagine you being a multi-trillionaire, but you can't walk, you're sick every day, your body is in pain, you're hurting, and no one can help you. It doesn't matter about how much money you have in this world when your body is attacking itself. So this is just a reminder that not only protect your mental health, but protect your physical health and internal health as well. And if somebody is causing you for your cortisol levels to rise, because I've experienced this myself, being in situations where I was gaining weight, my face was breaking out, my hair, my edges was falling out. Like, it was a stressful situation for me. And these type of relationships will make you ugly. Like, you've heard this, like, he's making you ugly or she's making you ugly. And being with a person that's constantly causing pain in your body and raising your cortisol levels, it's just smarter to think about yourself first. Like, you're literally choosing life and death. And that's why when you see like elderly couples, I'm not going to lie, statistics shows that married women do end up passing away a little bit earlier than their husbands than compared to single women. And I also think it's because of all the responsibilities a lot of our great grandmothers used to put on themselves back in the day, when all the responsibility lies on them. So that's why it's so important to choose a partner who is also equally yoked with you. And not to say that arguments are not going to happen, but being with somebody who actually knows how to have a healthy conversation and a healthy disagreement, and know that you both got to come to a compromise. It's not going to always be that other person is right all the time and you feel like you got to one up and you got to win this argument. Because every time you feel like you have to win an argument, you lose every time. And you may have won that argument, but but you're going to lose a great relationship with a certain person if you're going to constantly feel like you need to win arguments. There's a difference between you being heard and that person listening to understand, and you both are coming to an agreement, or you both are coming to agree to disagree, or you guys coming to some sort of solution that works for both of you guys, and also compromising. That is how healthy relationships work. But most people lack comprehension skills, and most people are so traumatized that they have to be right in every situation. And then you have other people who are controlling, and then you have other people who don't want to be told nothing, and then you have other people who run from situations, arguments, or any conflict because they're too traumatized to deal with anything, and that is their trauma response as well. Until next time, I will talk to you guys later, but I would love to hear your thoughts below about linking toxic relationships with illnesses. Do you have a family member that is probably in a toxic relationship and they are having chronic issues or illnesses or sickness or anything that I have talked about in this video? Go ahead and comment below and let me know your thoughts. And what do you guys think about this Danielle Bregoli situation? Could you see what I saw? Because the eyes, one thing they not going to do is ever lie. All right, guys, until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.